Romeo
What
was the
happened?
name of my cat.
Romeo. Okay.
Yeah.
What happened to Romeo?
Mm, he was old, so one day
Hmm,
he left.
I guess that happens with cats. All right.
It was a black
And
cat.
nice. Cool. Um, if you get another cat, what do you think you're gonna name it?
Well, that's not possible.
It's
But
not possible.
I don't think so.
Okay. Why not?
No. Uh, no, I don't want to have the same feeling. No, I don't
Okay.
want another cat.
Yeah, it's a bad feeling. All right. And Mustafa, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How
Nice
are
to
you?
see you again. Doing pretty well.
Nice to see you too.
Thanks. Um, and so Mustafa, I guess, what have you done since I saw you last?
What?
What have you done since I saw you
Boa
last?
noite, Felipe. Meu nome é Kay. Não muito.
Hmm, that's kind of
Eu.
weird.
Pera.
Patricia, I don't know why. It says you're muted, but I can still. Hmm. So yeah, Mustafa, what have you done for the past 2 hours?
I attend two classes
Oh wow,
on in Verbling.
nice. How were they?
What?
How were they? How were the classes?
It was nice.
Nice.
It
That's
was
good. What did you
nice.
learn about?
Yeah. It was talking about relation.
Nice. Good classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds interesting. All right. Well, if Patricia doesn't come back, I think that's all of us. Um, let's get started with the story. Um, one of these days. And let's have Heidi. Can you read the first part?
One of 3 days, Monday, warm and rainy. Already always forgot and then without degree. And a very early rider opened his office at 6. He took some false teeth, still mounted in their plaster mold, out of the glass case and put on the table a fistful of instruments, which he arranged in a side order, as if they were in display. He wore a colorless striped shirt, closed and at the neck with a golden stud, and pants held up by suspenders,
All right. Colorless.
colorless.
Display.
This display, no,
Display.
display.
Yeah, display. Instead of display, it's a display.
Display.
There you go. Um, okay. Does anybody have any questions with this first part?
What does mean downed? Downed.
Dawned. It's like to wake up at
Dawned.
dawn. Or it's like when the sun comes up, it's to dawning. So it's the verb to, well, it's like really close to, you wouldn't know, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, when the sun comes up, when the sun rises, that is dawn. And the verb to dawn, it's like to sunrise, I guess. And yeah, it's just a verb form of the noun. Does that make sense, Mustafa?
Yes, okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Golden
Fistful.
stud.
Okay, so we have a golden stud, and what was the other question?
Fistful.
Okay. So a fistful is a handful. So when you close your hand, you make a fist. So yeah, if you close your hand around things, it's a fistful of things. And a golden stud, a stud is kind of like a button. It's like a fancy button. So yeah, this is just a golden fancy button that closes the neck of his shirt. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Fancy what?
It's like a button, kind of.
Yes,
Does that make
okay.
sense?
Yes, okay.
Okay. And any other questions?
Mold?
Mold. So mold is something that you put around something else to make it. So if you're like making a statue, you need to make the mold first. So yeah, the mold is just what you put around the final statue in order to make the
Yeah.
statue. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So this mold makes teeth. So it's a plaster mold for teeth. If that makes sense. Any other questions?
Oh,
Okay. And Juditha, can you read the next part?
He was erect and skinny, with a look that rarely corresponded to the situation. The way that deaf people
Mhm.
have of looking. When he had things arranged on the table, he pulled the drill toward the dental chair and sat down to polish the false teeth. He seemed not to be thinking about what he was doing, but worked steadily, pumping the drill with his feet, even when he didn't need it.
Okay. Can you repeat steadily? Steadily?
Steadily, steadily,
Yeah, steadily. And rarely.
rarely.
Nice. And you did a really good job with corresponded. The way deaf people have of looking, can you repeat that? It just sounded like you hesitated.
The way deaf people have of looking.
Yeah. Okay. And does anybody have any questions here?
what does mean polish? Clean?
Yeah, to polish is to make something shiny.
Sure.
Anything else?
Okay.
And we have Gao. Gao, welcome to class. How's it going? Gao, are you there? Hey, Amp, can you read the next part?
After 8, he stopped for a while to look at the sky through the window, and he saw two pensive buzzards who were drying themselves in the sun of the ridge pole of the house next door. He went on working with the idea that before lunch it would rain again. The shrill voice of his 11-year-old son interrupted his concentration. Papa! What? The mayor wants to know if you'll pull his tooth.
Nice. Okay. Shrill. Can you repeat shrill?
Shrill.
Good. Okay, perfect. Questions here. Some hard words.
Pensive?
Yeah. Pensive is thoughtful. So a buzzard is, does anybody know what a buzzard is?
No?
Anybody else?
But I don't know.
Actually, a vulture. So it's like a
Oh,
bird that eats like dead meat. eats dead meat. Is a buzzard. Yeah, and so these buzzards just kind of look kind of thoughtful, and they're sitting on a ridgepole of the house next door. The ridgepole is like,
Ridgebull? Yeah.
yeah, it's like the point of a house, of the roof of a house.
Okay. Hmm.
Um, any other questions?
Shrill.
Shrill is like really high pitched.
Okay.
So something that is shrill is like a scream, like ah. It's just like a really high pitched sound. Make sense? Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Vade, can you read the next part? Vade, are you there? Oh, sorry, Vade, you're muted. You have to unmute yourself. There
Okay.
you go.
Tell him I'm not here. He was polishing a gold tooth. He held it at arm's length and examined it was his eyes are
Hold
closed.
on one second, Vade. Cow, I can't seem to mute you. Can you mute yourself, Cow? I don't know why I can't mute you. Cow, are you there? I already did it. It doesn't show up for me. Okay. All right, yeah, so Vade, can you start again from he was polishing?
He was polishing a gold tooth. He held it at arm's length and examined it with eyes half closed. His son shouted again from the little waiting room. Just as you are, too, because he can hear you. The dentist kept examining the tooth. Only when he had put it on the table with the finished work did he say, so much the better.
Good. Questions here?
What does mean length?
The length. So it's like the whole distance. The entire distance. Be like the length. Finally, he puts it on the table, and only after he put it on the table with all the other work did he say. So like that's what it means. Only after he did this did he say.
Yes, what I do not understand is the grammar. The work did he say? With the finished work, did he say?
So only, you could say, only then did he say. To make it a little bit more simple.
Why I can't write he said?
I mean, you could. It's a little bit of a different meaning. So like, then he said,
But
or
it's due to
only when he did that did he say.
okay.
So, I mean, part of it is that it's followed up with a colon instead of a comma. So, I mean, yeah, it's just a stylistic choice, but both are grammatically correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Trying to get back to where it was before. Maybe. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Mustafa, can you read Maybe the next
Yeah.
part. All right, hold on 1 second. Here we go.
Okay. He operated the drill again. He took several pieces of a bridge out of a cardboard box where he kept the things he still had to do and began to polish the gold. Papa, what? He still hadn't changed his expression. He says if you don't take out his tooth, he'll shoot you. Without hurrying, with an extremely tranquil movement, he stopped pedaling the drill, pushed it away from the chair, and pulled the lower drawer of the table all the way out.
Operated.
Operated.
Yeah, operated.
Operated.
All right, questions here. All right, what's a bridge?
It's a dental
Piece of
implant.
bridge.
Huh?
The tools.
It's a dental implant. Yeah, so it kind of it bridges the gap between two teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's something that helps fill in a space where you don't have a tooth. Okay, and I guess this is pretty much the end of the first page. So what's happening in the story so far? Can anybody give us a summary?
The dentist was working in his dentist room, and then the son called him. Mayor called you, so he said, "I'm not here." To say I'm not here, but son said he heard what you said. So, but he
Huh.
not that he then the mayor said, "If you pull out my bad teeth, I'll kill you." So he checked the drawers. Inside of the drawer, there's a gun.
Yeah, if you don't pull out my tooth, I'll kill you. Exactly. That's perfect. And then so the dentist opens the drawer, and that's where we are now. Josie, can you read this next part?
From where?
There was a revolver.
Okay. There was a revolver. Okay, he said. Tell him to come and shoot me. He rolled the chair over opposite the door, his hand resting on the edge of the drawer. The Major appeared at the door. He had shaved the left side of his face, but the other side, swollen and in pain, had a 5-day-old beard. The dentist saw many nights of desperation in his dull eyes. He closed the drawer with his fingertips and said softly, "Sit down."
All right. The drawer.
The drawer.
Yeah, it sounds really similar to door with an R. It's the drawer.
Drawer.
And we're looking at the mayor.
The mayor.
Yeah. And then shaved.
Shaved.
Desperation.
Desperation.
And closed.
Closed.
Fingertips.
Fingertips.
Questions here?
I have a question.
All right, Giulietta, I heard you first. What's up?
My question is for the last paragraph. Cardboard box.
Okay, a cardboard box. So we were talking about how he took the bridge out of the cardboard box.
Mm.
Do you know what cardboard is?
No.
It's a box. We use it to put something in it,
Yeah.
made of
It
paper.
Yeah, it could have a lot of different things in it. Yeah, they're just small boxes, small squares made of like a heavy type of paper called cardboard. Just kind of implies that he's also poor. You know, he can't afford like maybe a wooden box to keep his things in. He keeps cardboard boxes. And there was another question. Who else had a question?
Desperation.
Can anybody explain desperation?
Desperation.
Yeah, and can anybody explain that for him?
Desperation is a feeling of sadness and hopeless.
Yeah,
Hopeless.
it's like right on the edge of
Hopelessness.
hopelessness.
It's a
So
state
you're
of,
like, huh?
sorry, it's a state of anxiety.
Yeah, it's a state of an anxiety. Generally, if you're desperate, you're willing to do or try anything in order to make whatever situation you're in better. The state of desperation. Yeah, it could be sadness too. Not always though, but good. Any other questions?
What does shaved mean?
Shaved. Who can explain shaved?
Show?
Without beard.
Yeah, it's like cut the hair on his face to the skin. So yeah, when you shave, you're cutting the hair with a razor.
Okay.
So you can shave your legs, your face, but he'd shaved the left side of his face, but not the right side. Any other questions?
Revolver.
Revolver. Does anybody know what a revolver is?
Kind of gun.
Gun.
A gun.
Yeah, revolver is a gun. So like a pistol. Any other questions? Okay. And I think we're with Heidi. Can you read the next part?
Good morning, said the mayor. Morning, said the dentist. While the instruments were boiling, the mayor leaned his skull on the headrest of the chair and felt better. His breath was icy. It was a poor office, an old wooden chair, the pedal drive, a glass case with ceramic bottles. Opposite the chair was a window with a shoulder-high cloth curtain. When he felt the dentist approach, the mayor braced his heels and opened his mouth.
Nice. Opposite.
Opposite.
Okay. Questions?
Hmm?
Does anybody have
Skull.
any questions? Skull?
Skull.
Okay, who knows what a skull is?
Bone inside of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Shapes. Any other questions?
Braced his heels.
Okay. Can anybody explain that? Braced his heels? Ah, son of a gun. Sorry. It's really dark here too. I assure you that it's not that dark in real life. It just is the computer. I'm not teaching class in the dark. Hold on. Right, there it is. All right, there you go, guys. So, the skull we got. Was there another question? Oh, bracing your heels. Who knows what that means or can explain?
Heels his breath.
Your heel is the part of your foot. So it's like the back part of your foot. And to brace yourself is like to hold yourself tight against something. Like so as not to be swept away. So like you could brace yourself for maybe a big wave, or you could like brace yourself during an earthquake. What he's doing, he's like pressing his heels really hard into the chair. Yeah, just because he knows this is gonna hurt a lot. So he's like tightly pressing the heel of his foot, like the back part of his foot, against the chair. Does that make sense? Okay. So go ahead.
No, I have another question.
What's your other question? Oh
Can I
man,
raise the... No.
sorry. Okay, give me a second.
Can I raise the string when I ride a horse?
Can you brace the string?
Mm.
You can like brace yourself against the horse. We wouldn't brace a string. I don't believe. I could be wrong though. What kind of string?
The string that you use to ride a horse. I don't know the name.
The reins.
Reins?
Yeah, that's like the thing. Generally, the horse has a bit in its mouth, and the reins kind of control the bit, so you can control the horse. Yeah, the reins are what you use to control the horse. The rope
Okay.
used
So
to
I
control.
can not brace the reins.
We would grip the reins. You could brace yourself against the horse, but we wouldn't brace the reins. No. I don't think. Maybe it's used. I don't think so, though. I haven't heard it. Any other questions? Okay. I think that was Heidi, too. So we're with Annika, Julieta, sorry. Can you read the next part?
Aurelio Escobar turned his head toward the light. After inspecting the infected tooth, he closed the mayor's jaw with a caution pressure of his fingers. "It has to be without anesthesia," he said. "Why?" "Because you have an abscess." The mayor looked him in the eye. "All right," he said, and tried to smile. The dentist did not return the smile.
Nice. Cautious.
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 Has to be without anesthesia.
Anesthesia.
Hard word, anesthesia. Well done, though. And questions here. Okay, no questions.
What's mean anesthesia?
Okay, who knows what anesthesia is?
Some injection or pill to make your what's it? He feeling numb, not to feel pain.
Yeah.
Before giving operation or something.
Um, yeah, or after an injury maybe. That would be anesthesia. Instead of saying some injection or pill, I would say an injection or pill. Yeah, just be careful with the use of some. It's something that I don't really correct because it's not incorrect. It just sounds really strange. And people do tend to do it a lot. Any other questions? What's an abscess?
Infection of the tooth.
Yeah, an abscess is like a really bad infection. Yeah, just like a really deep infection. Any other questions? Nope. Okay. Kyle, are you there? Kyle? All right, Kyle, you are muted. I muted you a while ago. I'm not sure if you're there or not. But you do have to unmute yourself if you want to participate. And Amp, can you read the next part?
He brought the basin of electrolytes instruments to the work table and took them out of the water with a pair of cold tweezers, still without hurrying. Then he pushed the sputum with the tip of his shoe and went to wash his hands in the wash basin. He did all this without looking at the mayor, but the mayor didn't take his eyes off him. It was a lower wisdom tooth. The dentist spread his feet and grasped the tooth with the hot forceps.
Yeah, really unpleasant. Good job. Maybe just spittoon.
Spittoon.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Does anybody know what a spittoon is?
Yes, I know now.
Yeah, what's a spittoon?
Where the place where you spit.
Yeah. So it's just like an old thing that you used to spit into. Yeah, exactly. Any other questions?
Basin?
The dozen is what I heard.
Basin.
Basin.
The container.
The wash
Basin.
basin. So a wash
Yes,
basin is like a
basin.
sink.
Basin only? The word basin without wash?
I mean, a basin is just any sort of like large receptacle. So you could talk about it even like in a river. There's like a river basin. It's like where the river widens out and becomes deeper. But a wash basin is, again, just a sink. So it's like a regular sink where you'd wash your hands. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. You understood the explanation? I wasn't speaking too quickly?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right.
Tweezers.
Tweezers. Tweezers are things that you use to, like, you can pluck hair. So there's generally like two parts to them, and they get really narrow, and you kind of close them together. So you make them narrower, and yeah, the points can grip things. This is like a bad drawing of tweezers. Does that make sense? Do you understand that?
No.
Okay. So imagine like you're plucking your hair. You'd use these tweezers and you'd like press the sides of them. So you press here and here with your fingers, and you pull it. That would be a tweezer. Does that kind of make sense?
Could you please write the definition?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. So if you go here. This is a tweezer. You can get a picture of it. But it's like a small metal tool that you use to pull things that you can't
Yeah,
pull with
yes,
your
okay,
fingers.
yeah, I got it.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Okay. And where were we? Vale, I think. Vale, can you read the next part?
The mayor seized the arms of the chair, raised his feet with all his strength, and felt an icy void in his kidneys, but didn't make a sound. The dentist moved only his wrist. Without rancor, rather with a bitter tenderness, he said, "Now we'll play for our 20 dead men." The mayor felt the crunch of bones in his jaw, and his eyes filled with tears, but he didn't breathe until he felt the tooth come out. Then he saw it through his tears.
All right. Seized. Can you repeat seized?
No,
Can you repeat it? Can you just repeat the word seized?
sorry, seized.
Okay. So it's like grabbed. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right. Rancor. What's that mean? A rancor.
Um, um, how can I say this? Okay. Regret.
A feeling, a bad feeling.
Yeah, it's like without bitterness, kind of. Without anger, without bad feelings. Yeah. Rancor. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Teacher?
He disappeared.
Sorry, guys. I accidentally closed the window. All right. Welcome back to Patricia. Patricia, how's it going? Just see a black screen. It might pop up in a second, so give it a second. Patricia, are you there? Okay, maybe not. All right. So, does anybody have any questions here? Well, you still probably can't see it.
Teacher?
Is it still black?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what's up?
What's the difference between rancor and grudge?
I mean, a grudge is something that you hold against something, and rancor is like a feeling you
What?
have. What was that, Heidi?
What was the question?
She was asking what's the difference
Rancor and
between rancor and a grudge. And so, yeah, it's like rancor is like almost hatred or malice, just like, but a grudge is like, it's more of like a thing that you hold against somebody for like an action that they've done. It's different. I mean, they've got the similar ideas, but yeah, I mean, I guess a grudge is like more about something.
So rancor is a feeling, and a grudge is something that you show. Is that?
I mean, a grudge is
What's
a
the
grudge is
word?
something
Grab
that you
it.
hold. The word is grudge.
Did you type it?
I didn't understand.
in the chat box right now. Sorry. So it's grudge. Like that. So yeah, you hold grudges against people, but you don't hold rancor against them.
But I feel rancor.
You feel rancor, and you hold
I
grudges.
cannot feel a grudge.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just have one. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, yeah. This is a hard one to explain. Any other questions? Okay. And let's have Mustafa, can you read the next part?
Nice. Okay.
Mustafa, are you there? Mustafa? No, maybe not. Josie, are you there? Oh, can nobody hear me? I think I'm here.
Yes,
Yeah. Josie, are you there?
I
You're
can
muted.
hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. You're like the only one. Josie, are you there? Or Mustafa? Either of you?
Guys?
Heidi?
Yeah, it must have no internet issues.
But like all
But
three of
he
them?
cannot drop. He's frozen.
Me? Who's frozen?
Mahbub. Guys?
Julieta, is this just like a class of you and I?
No.
Weird. I've never had this happen before.
Yes, it's really weird.
Yeah, this is like supremely weird. It's like some people can't hear us, but some people can.
Is
Amp,
he there?
Are you there, Amp?
No.
Weird.
I can hear a voice.
All right,
Can
I'm
you
gonna
hear
leave
me?
and
Are
come
you
back.
there?
Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
Yes. I can hear you. Julieta, yes.
Oh, wow, it was really weird.
Yeah, but in the background it's like I can hear a voice from the teacher.
Yeah.
Hey
So now
guys.
it disappeared.
No, he's back. Can you see him?
Can you see
No.
now?
No. Oh man.
Can you not hear me either?
Can you hear Can you hear the teacher, guys?
No.
That's so weird.
No.
No.
So the only one who can hear me is Julieta. Weird.
I can't do that.
Well, I don't know what to do. This is the strangest thing that's happened to me ever. Can you explain to them what's happening?
Well, the teacher is talking with you, but you cannot hear him. That's the problem. He can speak
Only
only
you
with
can
me.
hear.
I feel like I am
Nobody else can hear
a
can hear
medium.
the teacher.
But I can hear Amp too,
Well,
which is
but,
weird.
uh,
So Amp is the only one I can
weird
hear.
thing is that the teacher can hear you, but you cannot hear him.
Yeah, I hear her voice, but really slow, really at the not
Alright.
in the same way that I can hear you.
Okay.
That's why I said it seems that the teacher voice is over there, but it's not completely
Weird.
clear for me. What happened with the rest of students? I think they are unable to hear the teacher also.
Yeah.
Can I try
I'll try to.
one thing, but I don't know. I don't know if it can work.
Heidi, can you hear the teacher?
Yeah, very small.
Yeah, very
Okay.
quiet. Yeah.
Guys, can I use my headphone to use Maybe. So, teacher, can you speak?
Yeah, I mean I can speak. I might try to leave and come back again, I guess.
Some broken radio voice.
Weird. Okay, hold on. Any luck with that? Did that help at all?
I can
No.
hear you.
Okay, I'll be right back again. Tell them I'll be right back, I guess.
I do.
Okay.
Why don't we restart the class so that we
Because
can?
that is the class. I mean, this is the hangout.
Alright, guys. How about now? Can you hear me now?
It's better? No.
No?
Guys?
I don't know what to...
Okay.
I really don't know what to do. This is really strange. Can you see the... Can everybody see the page at least?
I can
No.
see it. No one can see it.
No.
Hmm.
We can
Okay.
just hear his voice on the background.
Weird. I don't know.
Now I
I
can
don't...
hear you.
You can hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright, cool. That was really strange. You guys still can't see the page though?
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean it was
Yeah, I
just
can
strange
see
that I could talk to Julieta clearly and nobody else.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very
But we
quiet
should
for
do
me.
something.
What's up, Vale?
What do you think? Hello?
I'm just trying.
Guys, are you able to hear the teacher?
no. So only So,
Oh man.
I think
yeah.
that you have to hang out. Yeah.
Yeah, they have to go back and
Okay.
guys, you have to leave and come back.
Okay.
Yes. Because it was the solution for me.
Nice. Well, I'm glad it worked for you. Cool, Amp. Welcome back. How's it going?
Crazy.
Yeah, really, really strange.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can wait for them. Mustafa, can you hear?
No, you cannot.
No. Maybe you could you tell him to leave and come back? I guess.
Heidi, Mustafa, can you leave and come back?
Yeah.
But the time is ending.
Yeah, we're close to the
Yeah,
end.
but if you want to hear, you have to leave and come back.
Yeah. Josie, are you there?
Yes.
Nice, you can hear me now. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Vade, you too?
Yes.
Nice. Okay. I think we're with Josie then. Josie, can you read this part up here?
Okay. It seemed so foreign to his pain that he failed to understand his torture of the 5 previous nights. Bent over the spindle, sweating, panting, he unbuttoned his tunic and reached for the handkerchief in his pants pocket. The dentist gave him a clean cloth. "Dry your tears," he said. The Major did. He was trembling.
Okay, nice. It seemed.
It seemed.
He failed.
He failed.
His torture.
His torture.
The spittoon.
The spittoon.
He unbuttoned.
Say that again.
Unbuttoned.
Unbound.
Yeah, unbuttoned. Unbuttoned.
Unbunted. It's hard.
It's a hard one. This T is almost silent. Unbuttoned. Unbuttoned.
Unbuttoned.
Yeah, better. Then the mayor.
The mayor.
Good. I don't think Heidi can hear me. Heidi, can you hear me? Alright. Julieta, can you read the next part?
While the dentist washed his hands, he saw the crumbling ceiling and dusty spiderweb with a spider's egg and a dead insect. The dentist returned, drying his hands. "Go to bed," he said, "and gargle with salt water." The mayor stood up, said goodbye with a casual military salute, and walked toward the door, stretching his legs without buttoning up his tunic.
Casual.
Casual.
Yeah, casual. Good. And Heidi, welcome back. Can you hear me now, Heidi?
Yeah.
Nice. Can you finish the story?
While the dentist washed his hands,
Last part.
Centerville, he said, to your town. The mayor didn't look at him. He closed the door and said through the screen, "It's the same damn thing."
Yeah. Okay. To you or the town?
To
You just
you
left
or
out.
the town.
Good. Nice. And any questions about this story? Does anybody have any questions here? These last 3 parts? All right. So yeah, there's another story that we read about the barber, which is actually really similar, which is kind of cool. It's like a really, really similar theme, but a little bit different. I don't know, they're kind of fun to think about side by side. But thank you guys for coming in. We are just about out of time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them before we finish up. But if not, have a really good evening, and yeah, thanks again for coming in.
Okay, teacher. Get better.
Thank you.
Get better soon. Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.